Good evening.
How are you doing?
Doing good.
So welcome to today's session. As you all know, we are going to discuss about motivation and specifically motivation in learners. So we are going to start, and as we start, let's first know what is motivation. And we can define motivation as an internal desire or drive that propels students, since we are talking about students, to achieve and pursue their goals. So this is what helps the students or drives the students so that they can achieve certain goals. As we all know, as students move to school, they learn, they have a specific goal, that is to get knowledge and skills. So we are going to talk about motivation, and we will be receiving feedback from you, comments, and also appreciations. Okay? Yes. So are we ready? Yes. So we're going to start with the process of motivation. So one of you will tell us the processes of motivation. Whoever asks that will tell us. Okay? Yes. So let's start.
Okay. Now, as we begin this brainstorming session, discuss about motivation, various aspects of motivation. It's now important we look at the process of how a student or a learner begins this process, because you cannot achieve motivation at once. It's a process. It's a process. So motivation starts with an need. That is the first process. There must be a need or a desire. For example, you can develop an objective. You can say that you want to be a pilot. That one can activate you. You start now the process you begin that process of targeting to target that achievement. How should I start? Right? Another one is you can be having some challenges. You know, challenges can even motivate you. We say that challenges are stepping stones to a greater height. So challenges, they can be the sources of motivation. You can start from there. Now you have identified your goal. What next? I want to become a pilot. What should I do? So next, now the second process is where you develop a drive or arousal or stimulus. I want to become this pilot. I want to become this teacher. Now that is where the journey now kicks. You start, as in the body, your mind is now activated. How should I do, or I should do this? Are you together?
Yes.
Yes. So that is the second process, or second step in the motivation process. So maybe someone can tell us the third one.
Okay, to add on motivation process, I can add the third one, that is concepting. And concepting is the process where students set specific goal to achieve. For example, my colleague here has used the pilot. Let me use that one. So for a student to be a pilot, he or she should be having the let's say should have the IST grade. So for this student, to have a A. So she will start to set his or her own goals in order to achieve that grades. And after setting up grades, he or she will have the expectation. And expectation is the process of believing what to do. She will have to believe in her or himself that after setting these goals, she will be able to achieve what he or she has set. And that is about goal setting and expectation.
On something to add on goal setting, maybe you can have something else like I want. Let's say that a teacher has promised you I want. Maybe if you achieve this, or if you get 80 or 90 in this unit, I will give you a laptop. That one now will motivate you. It will motivate you to now start and act on that target. Your target is getting a laptop. Yes.
Now, the importance of motivation, the processes involved, the most crucial part is decision making. Now, after you identify the need of motivation, and then after you do the findings, get what will drive you to pursue what you want, then you must carry out decision making. So here you will decide on how you are going to select what best fits you. And then after that process, then the runner should take action. Action is another process involved in motivation. And this one will help you to know the steps that you are going to take, or rather the details that are being entailed, and you do as according to them. And then after that, you need to assess and get feedback. Feedback is when you check the progress. Okay? Maybe someone need to add on that.
I had something on action. Now that you started your goal, or you started with having a goal now, and you are targeting something. Now you should act. If you are a student, you are targeting to be a pilot. What action should I take? What should I do? I need to manage my time. I need to change my behavior. I need to do this and this. This is now what entails the action. You start now acting towards your goal. Yes. All those things you do in order to achieve that goal. That is what entails the action. Yes.
And maybe to add on the feedback, you maybe by time need to adjust. If you see that whatever that you are doing, it's maybe getting some difficulties on the way, maybe you can adjust and make yourself comfortable with the environment that you get as you go.
Yeah. For that feedback, maybe something else to add. Let's say the learner, maybe you are in high school. For you to be a pilot, you should attain maybe a grade of A grade. Now in the process you are now informed. You now meditate, or now ask yourself, am I still on the track, or I got lost? Maybe now you can assess yourself and probably find out that you are now getting a mean grade of C, and you are targeting A. This now calls for action on the same. I'm not on the track. What should I do? Now you adjust. You adjust. Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Maybe also to add on the goals on the drive, there should be also a consistency. Because when you are setting goals, sometimes there are areas, maybe you want to achieve something, and then all of a sudden on the way, there is something that prevents you from achieving that goal. And you can easily give up. So there must be that consistency so that you don't lose your direction of achieving the goal. That is what I wanted to add.
Okay, we have types of motivation where we are going to look at intrinsic, where intrinsic is a kind of motivation generated from internal drive. And by saying internal drive, it is where you find you are curious to know about something. Like for example, you can be wondering, why is my phone asking me for my PIN? And after I put more than 4 numbers, it is telling me wrong PIN. So you can gather any relevant material. You can wake up very early, you can search and know. Like you come up, you come to a point where you get to know there's program. Like for you to come up with that program, what are you going to do, or what materials are going to be used. Another type of motivation is extrinsic motivation that is generated from external rewards. Like for example, you can be doing in class, and the principal just said whoever is going to score best in programming, I'm going to offer a job. So by intrinsic, it can be of different kinds. You can get recognition. Like you can score very good in the principal camp, and say in our class we had one student who did very well, who made us proud. You can just stand up, he recognizes you, you are being clapped. Sometimes you can get the principal saying, they organize a party with the student. To add on that, you can get a tangible like things. They can promise you, I'm going to give you like a phone for you to research. And another point, you can get like, they can tell you, I'm going to take like a class. If you perform in this a certain unit or a certain course, you can be taken to a trip. So you get motivated. You want us to achieve the target for us to go for that trip. So to conclude, the two main types of motivation, we can see them under one seed, and we call them intrinsic and extrinsic. Where intrinsic you get from internal drive, but extrinsic is from external, like external rewards. Yeah.
So, to add on the types of motivation, okay, I think we can say is the achievement motivation. This, as the person who started, said motivation is the desire to achieve an objective. So, in the achievement motivation, in order for you to achieve something, you have to have a desire on it. So, in the achievement motivation, this is where you are motivated to excel. Like for students, let's say you want to be a pilot, as my colleague is saying. So you have that desire, and so you have to act and go back to the process where you have to act and in order to achieve the goal that you want to get for you to become a pilot. You can't just stay and wait. So I also have another point of social motivation. This is the need of
class, you feel you've been accepted by your peers, your teachers. They are appreciating you. You get motivated to do something. Like your peers are encouraging you. If you feel like you don't have a full idea of something and ask someone, they share it with you, you feel motivated. And you get the urge. You get the urge and desire to fulfill and get the objective. Yes, so I guess on the importance of motivation.
So, that was the chapter of motivation. There are the types of motivation. We have features and all characteristics of motivation. Features of motivation, I have one. Motivation is a physical phenomenon, psychological phenomenon. So psychological phenomenon, motivation starts with psychology. Psychology is the way you are feeling or the way you are thinking according to you. So when you are given motivation, it improves. It is a characteristic that comes from inner psychology. It is a psychological thing, right? So in case of you are a business woman or a businessman, then you are being motivated psychologically. You will be motivated when people buy from you, when people promote you, even when they are not in need, they promote you. You become motivated psychologically. The second one is motivation produces goal-directed behavior. So some behaviors, you can have behavior. Then motivation, when you are being motivated, you can change your behavior according to the way you have a mentor. A mentor is someone who motivates you, right? So when you have a mentor, you want to follow the steps, you can change your behavior, the bad behavior that you have. You want to be a good person according to your mentor. So that is the point that I have.
Now with the student one, for motivation being a psychological phenomenon. That basically means that it's something to do with your mindset. Your mindset is what will determine if you will achieve your goal or not. Shall you give up on the way? That is your mindset. You can do that. This thing I'm acting on, that I cannot achieve it. Now you should keep your mind on target, on that thing. Maybe you can see Isaac here. Isaac is a man who's been sitting around, walking with foot. He started with a bicycle, he went to a bike, and now he's driving. V8. Now that one kid, this man have seen him start from scratch. He's there, also me I can. Now you set your mind to target even you that V8. Yes.
Maybe to add on what she has said, features of motivation. Motivation is personal. It's more of individual objective. Because I can't be wanting to achieve something, and my colleague here is achieving another thing that Dr. is with my achievement of maybe my goals you get. So motivation, you can say that one of those characteristics is that it is personal and individual.
What is the feature of motivation? You can be cultivated. It means you can easily motivate someone who maybe she has or given her about something, then she will be able to be motivated to then
Yeah, also she talked about psychological phenomenon, and we all agree that it affects the way you think, the way you do things. That is what it comes from the mind. So you have to put your whole energy, your thinking, and the energy that you have on that particular goal, so that you can achieve that what you want. Also, these features of motivation, we can say it is personal, or we can say there are those ones which are individual. Yes, we can have goals which are group goals. Maybe we want to achieve as a group, or we want to achieve as a family. We want to achieve as a maybe as peers. But now there are those goals which you will need to achieve alone. Maybe when you are taking a studies, you hope that one day you're going to have your degree. Yes?
Yes.
So you are working on that degree as an individual, not as a group, because there is no degree that is given to a group of people. Yes. So that is the type of goals that you should be having. And then, also when you cultivate, when we say cultivate, they can be cultivated. That means there is somebody which directs you towards that right direction you are going to take, so that you can achieve a goal. Is it right? So you have to have a mentor. Somebody mentioned about a mentor or a role model. Like now, if you want to be a good fashion designer, you have to be close to a person who knows a lot of, if not everything about fashion. That is what we mean by it can be. They can be cultivated. Yeah.
And maybe to add on the features, you can say that motivation is goal oriented. You must be working towards a goal that you want to achieve. Yes.
I can have one and then use. So there's a time maybe you have a goal to somewhere, then you want to do so. Then a mentor or a motivator comes and speak on something that is concerning your path. Then it can boost you to go ahead with where you went. The energy that you had, that you had that will pick it from there, then you start to continue with it.
Maybe to add on something on individualization or personalization of motivation. We think one of the features motivation is individual personalized. There's a Merian proverb that says you can take a donkey to the river, you can cross it to take water. So it's upon the person who is being motivated to make a decision for themselves whether they are going to set goals, whether you cannot force somebody when it comes to motivation.
Motivation, you can see that motivation creates or brings about a sense of persistence or perseverance when on this process of achieving your goal. On the way you can meet obstacles, you can face challenges, and now that you have an objective, you are working towards something. No matter the situation, no matter the challenges you are going through, you remain focused. Yes, you remain focused because you have something to achieve. Yes. So it brings about a sense of perseverance.
Okay, maybe we can go to the importance.
Yeah, when we talk of the importance of motivation, motivation it helps to improve performance. That is in relation to, you can go back to the goal setting and the fact that motivation is goal oriented. So when, for example, we go to the example that area of becoming a pilot, it will help the student in their performance in the matter that they are aspiring to become a pilot. So they have to set their goals and improve in their performance. If a student is a well-performing student, they'll have to maintain and improve. Always, in the same as there's always room for improvement. So they will still all the time try to improve every day, so that they can be able to maintain and achieve their goal. If a student is weak, they'll have to set higher goals that will help them to improve day in, day out, so that they can achieve their goals. So it will help improve their performance.
Just for the patterns, another important motivation it helps learners to achieve their goals, especially if you listen active, if you listen focus, and someone else motivates you and gives you powerful, probably whatever you do, the goals that you also achieve, the benefits of it, you feel motivated and you feel they just urge to continue. So it helps learners to achieve their goals.
Maybe to add on the importance of motivation, it give a learner a positive attitude. When you motivate someone, let's say you tell a student, maybe when you pass exams, you will be rewarded making a laptop. So the student will have a positive attitude towards learning. So when motivation helps students achieve a positive attitude.
Maybe to add on the importance, it creates a supportive working learning environment. We believe that if you get someone who can motivate you to add something, you will be able to motivate you.
To add on that, it can also be a source of happiness. For example, if a student is promised a teacher that when you achieve certain grade on marks, he will give for example, the laptop that you use. When a student is given that laptop, he or she will be happy because he or she has been appreciated.
Yeah, maybe to add something that picture even the motivator, probably you're the motivator of the student. When you see a student is being motivated by the work that you're doing, say you're a teacher, the student wants to become a teacher. At some point, it creates some happiness in you when you see that the student is aspiring what you are. So it will help you as well to continue improving your performance as well as a motivator.
You can also say like the importance of motivation. It improves the relationship between the mentor and the learner and the mentee. If the mentor is the teacher and the mentee is the learner, it creates a positive and a good relationship between them. So the student can be open to them, and so the teacher can be able to solve all the issues and help them get motivated to achieve their desired goals.
Another one is personal growth. When a student is being motivated, he or she will have to work hard to achieve certain goals, knowledge of goals in order to achieve the goal.
I have a question. How do you know that as a teacher? How can you tell that the learners are motivated or there is that sense of motivation in them?
There are several aspects. You can check from the performance, you can check from their feedback, you interact with the students. While if I want to become an engineer, that is where I'm working very much on my physics.
Yeah.
Maybe to add on the importance is you can look for opportunities. The learners has opportunities to like dive in so many or in what he or she thinks that she blessed in, you get. So we can talk of opportunities, creation of opportunities.
So I think we've done well. Now before we end, we'll be receive some feedback. Maybe if you want to add any other thing before we close. Yeah, very sorry.
I think I've learned many things on motivation. I didn't know about it, but now I've gained knowledge and skill about
Yeah, for me, I can say that we have had a very wonderful session, wonderful interaction, and we have learned a lot from one another. We have got new ideas. We have got opportunities to really think beyond the norm. Now, I can say that we can have more of this. Even in other units, you can just meet, and when we have areas we are experiencing difficulties, we can brainstorm. We get to learn from one another. Yes.
So thank you very much. As we wind up, I also want to say that I want to say and believe that we are all motivated since we are discussing on motivation, and we learned that motivation can be individual goals, the goals you can set, and all that. So I want to thank you so much. The points you gave us were very friendly. There were no abusive language used, and I want to comment that. So until next time, God bless you, churches.
Okay.